Good evening, friends. I welcome you back to another episode of Embrace the Film. Midsummer is almost upon us. Therefore, though I may not be ready for it, the time has finally come for me to pass down my thoughts and feelings to the other generations of my film-loving family regarding last year's commercial genre success, Hereditary. The overarching story of Hereditary follows death. The matriarch of the Graham family has passed away. Her daughter and her grandchildren are beginning to unravel, as cryptic and increasingly terrifying secrets about their ancestry start to emerge. It becomes clear that there is no outrunning the sinister fate that they have inherited. I'd like to start off by saying that this isn't your average horror film. It's not what you are going to expect going in. This is a film that focuses less on being a horror film and more on being the twisted portrait of a highly fractured family. In more ways than I'm able to put into words, this film is crafted with the highest levels of precision. From frame to frame, absolutely every element has been meticulously chosen to not only be the most visually impactful, but to also perfectly represent the emotional turmoil that these characters are experiencing. There aren't very many films out there that I have seen that I can honestly say are shot as beautifully as this one. It's hard not to notice that every angle, every pan, every frame has been chosen with the utmost care to deliver a truly artistic vision, utilizing a slow-moving camera to build an effective looming dread that plants you on the edge with every intention of pushing you over. In this one, I can't go without mentioning the performances. Toni Collette absolutely delivers an overwhelmingly powerful and emotionally unhinged performance here. However, many people tend to only focus on her. Absolutely everyone in this film brings so much to their characters. Alex Wolff is another one who floods every scene with so many subtle choices and delivers a character with so much detail that you have no trouble believing in his authenticity. There is no doubt that this is a great, very well made film. The attention to detail alone places it at that level. Ari Aster went to such lengths to keep so much of the elements as subtle as possible. A couple of examples would be when Toni Collette reaches for the paint and it spills. Now, it happens so quickly and normally you wouldn't think twice about it. But if you go back and look again, it actually falls over without her ever touching it. Almost as if something else pushed it over in order to get her to call Joan, considering that the paint spills right over Joan's number, redrawing her attention to it. Or there's the shot outside of the house when it hard cuts from day to night. It's easy to miss, but if you look closely, once night hits, there are a bunch of naked figures surrounding the house, which is kind of a foreshadow to the ending. The level of detail is extraordinary, and he lets a lot of it be left for you to notice on your own, without purposely drawing your attention to it, which is something that I very much respect. However, all of that being said, I do personally think that this film gets far more praise than it deserves. I first saw this film in theaters on opening weekend, and it took me all of this time to decide to talk about it, because honestly, I didn't know how to say that it didn't impact me the way it did everyone else. For me, the story was fairly basic. Putting the visuals and technical aspects aside, you almost have the same story as something like Paranormal Activity, barring some very obvious changes. Now, I won't say that it's exactly the same, because it's not. But you have to admit, it is a little similar. The aspects of the house being under threat of a demon that is inevitably going to possess its host, and all of it being orchestrated by a cult or coven of some kind, there are some strong parallels there. But Paranormal Activity is just an example. My point is that I've seen this basic type of story before, so much so that the film didn't exactly shock me in any way. I found myself able to predict what was going to happen from moment to moment, aside from a decapitation or two. Who knows, maybe I just watched too many horror movies, so it doesn't resonate as well with me. Maybe this is meant more for those average moviegoers who don't watch as much horror. I can really only bring you guys my personal thoughts and my personal opinions. I can only hope that you all understand where I'm coming from. With all things considered, Hereditary is a powerful, well-made film that will strongly satisfy audiences. And for those like me, if there are any others out there, it will still satisfy you on some levels. I'm giving Hereditary a B. I know that there are many of you out there who will disagree, and that's okay. We are all allowed our own opinions, and I hope that all of you pass your opinions down to me in the comments below. I always love to hear what you guys have to say. So, until next time, I'm Oliver Buckley, and this has been Embrace the Film. If you've had a chance to see this flick, please feel free to let me know. It's just a quick scroll down there in that comment section below. If you like this video, maybe a little more than you can describe, shoot me a little thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. If you really enjoy my channel and you want to support it even more, consider checking out ETF on Patreon or Tippy, where every pledge and every tip brings more films to explore. But all jokes and rhymes aside, if you have any suggestions for films that you would like me to check out, or that you would like to see reviewed on this channel, feel free to reach out to me here on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and I will catch you all next time. Thanks for watching.